We're live per Van Grafton. Let me see if I can find me. There we go. I see me. Let me get on here. I'm going to do what I ask everybody to do as we get started. Please like, comment, share the morning grind. I really, really would appreciate it. I'm going to do it right here. And as I do this, I'm going to go around the room like we do every single time, and we're going to ask, Allie, what are you thankful for today? 60 seconds of gratitude.
You know, I'm thankful that I have my first ever home inspection for myself today. I'm excited.
Are you excited?
I am. I'm excited to go through it, and that way I can help my future clients.
There you go. Go through it yourself.
Exactly.
Dan, your turn, pal.
I am thankful that there's some relief in sight from this heat that we've been having.
Is there relief coming?
It's going to be gradual, but we're going to get back down to the mid-80s apparently
By when?
by the end of the week.
Will it stay there, though?
Right. But
That's the question.
it's not 100. It won't say 109. So
Yeah.
Well,
True.
I'm thankful for my buddy Michael Burt. Today is his birthday, so everybody type in the comments, happy birthday to the super coach. We went out Saturday night, a lot of us, and it was a fantastic time, let me tell you, friends. Samuel, hello, thank you for getting on here. Now, Sam, why are you looking forward to this topic? What is it that you would like to know? Today's show topic is right now a good time to buy a house in Murfreesboro, Tennessee? There's a study out that showed, I can't remember if it was Realtor, if it was Redfin, or which technology site said this, but Nashville is the second the number 2 buyer's market in the country. And what that means, if it's a buyer's market, it ain't a seller's market. Buyers are in control. And it had in there that Nashville was the number 2.
Who's number 1?
Maybe somewhere in Texas. What'd you say, Van?
I bet it's something like Austin, Texas.
I think it is a lot of those. Well, look at this guy. What's wrong? What's today's excuse?
Good morning. You want to hear that?
Yeah.
There was a wreck past Walter Hill School.
God, it just seems like you get more and more unlucky.
They lied.
But it's a joke to you.
No, it really ain't.
It sounds like it's a joke. Sam said it's an interesting perspective. So here's where I think people go wrong when they look at, is it a good time to buy? And, you know, the stock market, it resets its value every second. It marks to market its value. Like right now, I can look at SpaceX. I know what it's worth right now, Dan. It's worth $141 a share, but it's going up. You know, and guess what? We know by the second what it's worth. There's buyers and sellers that are doing that. In real estate, it doesn't work that way. Real estate, it takes a lot longer to find out what your home is really worth, and you're really not going to know exactly what your home is worth until you put it on the market. So a lot of people are looking at, when will prices do what they did in 2008? Well, what are the chances that we'll have another foreclosure crisis like that in Murfreesboro, Tennessee ever again in our lifetime?
A lot of people would have to lose their jobs.
Well, unemployment would probably have to locally get to about 10%. I was talking to somebody, and they're like, you know what, we're going to wait till home prices drop this amount. And I'm like, man, if home prices were to go to that level that you're hoping they get to, number one, you would probably not be able to buy. You'd be scared.
Yeah.
You'd be scared about your job. You'd be scared about other things. During that time from 2000, I think it started in 2007, 8, lasted about 4 years. People were extremely scared, and whenever they get that fearful, they don't buy. The only people that were buying that time, hey, David Criswell, the number 1 investor in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, in my opinion, he racked up during this time. So he's buying stuff right now. So what if you're just an average person and you don't own a home, about like yourself?
Like me.
Okay. If you're going to want to sit and wait for prices to come down. Hey, Hayden, good morning, pal. If you're going to wait for prices and interest rates to come down, I think you're focused on the wrong thing. Real estate is all about you getting your finances right. If you're gonna buy a house, how is your income? How is your debt? How is your credit? How is your emotional spending discipline? If you're one of those people that can't save money, or if you're somebody that don't pay their bills, it ain't a good time to buy a house. It's never going to be a good time for you to buy a house. So until you get very disciplined with your finances, it don't matter what the market's like. Criswell's going to buy your house from the courthouse steps. He's going to sit up there and he's going to have that pencil behind his ear and he's going to say, I'll pay this for it. So if it's a good time to buy a house, don't look at a market perspective. The best time to buy a house is when you're financially able to do it and you responsibly can continue to make payments. And don't do this saying, well, what if I get a roommate? I've talked to people before, or they're buying it with a boyfriend or girlfriend.
Fiance better.
A fiance is better, but buying with a boyfriend or a girlfriend, there's not enough commitment there. I would say a fiance would be fine.
Okay, I'm just making sure I'm doing this.
Well, you're getting married when?
Next November.
Next November? Well, I mean, you're still committed, so it's. I mean, I would say you would be fine with that, as long as, hey, if you're going to buy a house with a partner, with another person, how much do you trust their financial abilities? How much do you trust them having their money available when it's time to pay that? Do you trust him?
I do.
100%? Is he very responsible?
He is.
So, why did you decide to buy now?
Because I'm tired of renting and they're raising my rent up.
Okay.
Would be my mortgage payment.
What if you weren't paying your bills like you need to?
It'd be tough to think about buying.
So, if you're someone and you're going to buy a house if you want to buy a house in your foreseeable future, I would just do these. I would do mortgage calculators and I would look to see what I could afford. And I would be very conscientious of my consumer debt, my credit card debt. I would get rid of all that stuff before I bought a house, because things can get very, very challenging on you when you've got debt. Like right now, I've got way too much bullshit debt in there. And it takes a lot of my money to pay this off, but I've had to do this to fade the slowdown that we've had. And it's tough, but whenever the money comes in, I'll just have to start paying that off. But there was a time in my life where I just didn't do that. There was a time in my life when, hey, I was a little late. I was a little late on my payments. Yeah, I was a little late. Forgot to pay this bill, forgot to pay that bill, didn't do this. Very financially irresponsible. And I didn't buy my first house until I was 30. And luckily for me, during that time, I could do a stated income loan.
Lucky.
Stated income loan, I could state my income.
Wish.
Oh, that's why we had the foreclosure problem. Stated income loans.
Like $150,000 a year, easy.
Oh, well, there were school teachers buying there were school teachers that were buying like Riverview Cove type houses. Maybe not that big, but it was ridiculous. Hey, you want this house? Well, let's just say you make that much. You got this credit score, and the buyer of bonds back then that would buy mortgage bonds, they just assume home prices are always going to go up because they always did, until they didn't in that one time. But they've corrected that. So that was 10 o'clock Tommy. That's right. That's exactly right. I almost turned into 10 o'clock Tommy again today, but I'm here. I'm here. But so, are your finances right? Are you ready to settle down and take on big responsibility? Because when you buy a home, when you're there now, and there is a plumbing problem, there's an electrical problem. If there's any kind of problem, you don't call the landlord. Look at this cool guy. You don't call those people.
Nope.
And if you spent all your money and you've got a problem at your house, the landlord's not coming to fix it. You're going to have to do that on yourself. So if you're going to buy a house, I would definitely become the most financially disciplined you have in your life, unless you've always been like that. Are you a financially disciplined person? No. Do you spend all your money?
Yeah.
Vine Grafton, shut us down.